They signed 3 players in April. 2 of them are Division I transfers. The big one is Randy Miller Jr., who's from North Carolina Central, and he was a double-digit scorer for the Bulldogs. They went to the NCAA tournament last year. They were on pace to go back to the NCAA tournament if they had won the MEAC tournament this past season. Miller himself had an injury in December, so he didn't play after that, but he had been averaging, around 15 points a game. So that's the scorer that they wanted to bring in that should help. The other Division I transfer they brought in is Tobias Howard from Towson, who is kind of well-traveled. He had some issues with the coaching staff at Towson, but the 1 year he did play for them, which wasn't this past year, is the year before that, he was a pretty productive kind of a volume scorer for them. He more fits the point guard role. Randy Miller is probably more of a scoring guard. And then they brought in Ndog, I'm not pronouncing this right, probably, Ndongo Endow, who's a junior.
Congratulations.
That was good.
I don't think I did that right, so my apologies to them. But a junior college big that will kind of provide some depth behind, kind of fill the role that Agbo had been filling before he left the team. So in addition to that, they have some true freshmen coming in. Nick Hiddle, a big kid from up north in Indiana. Julian Larry, who's a point guard from Texas, and Kalex Stevens, who is a swingman. So it's an interesting mix. I don't think many of those freshmen are going to play right away, but the guys that they got, the transfer, we're in transfer season. Yeah. And that's the way things have evolved. And, Greg Lansing's done a really good job of taking advantage of the rule. And, Christian Williams would be the biggest example of that since this has existed. So he's hoping to hit pay dirt again, and that's what they're counting on. But I like the way Greg builds with transfers. He has a 4-year core, and then he kind of sprinkles and accents around that. So I think that's been a successful model for Indiana State, at least so far.